All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Life Multiplied podcast. It has been a minute since I have done a podcast, but I'm happy to share that Lizzie reached out from Grove Street Bakery. So, Lizzie, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself and then just share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I'm Lizzie Kalafut. I just moved here to Bloomington 3 weeks ago and bought Grocery Bakery 3 weeks ago. My background is clinical dietetics, and I graduated from Grand Valley State University in Michigan, and I'm studying to be an RDN. And a little bit about me, just in general, is I love running, love lifting, I do a lot of crafts, and I have 3 guinea pigs, and I'm close to my friends and family. And I, of course, love baking and eating and food.
So, then can you just kind of share? So, you said you moved here 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Can you kind of just tell us how the opportunity came up to take over Grove Street Bakery and just like the whole process behind it? Because it sounds very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of like a movie Hallmark story almost because I literally moved here for the bakery, and 2 months ago I didn't even know the bakery was for sale. Basically, my sister went to ISU here and she would bring me little treats from Grove Street Bakery, and my favorite was the coffee cakes, especially the blueberry cheese one. And I would pay her to bring them to me basically once I got big girl money in grad school. And she texted me one day that they were shutting down, and I was like devastated. Like a lot of people in the community, I said, we got to freeze everything, and I got to save it, and I got to, have a whole stockpile in, our family freezer because I lived at home at the time. And she literally just said, why don't you just buy it? And that sparked something in me. And within 3 weeks, I was signing the papers to buy it. She told me it was for sale a Monday. Tuesday, I contacted the broker. Thursday, I toured the bakery. Friday, I met with a lawyer, and then we signed a letter of intent or an LOI, and we were on the path to buying the bakery.
That is quite the ride right there. That is a busy week.
Yeah,
So your sister went to ISU. So where are you from? Did you say? I know you said
yeah.
Michigan. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm from school Michigan. I'm from Lake Zurich, Illinois, which is a northwest suburb of Chicago, and that's where my sister and I grew up. My sister moved here kind of after she met her husband after she graduated from ISU. So she lives right down the street from me kind of.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Well, welcome to Bloomington-Normal. We're happy to have you here. So, do you want to share what was the most exciting part about stepping into this ownership? I mean, it all happened very fast. So kind of like what sparked that interest and then what has been the most exciting part?
Yeah, so definitely what sparked the interest was I've always kind of known I wasn't for the 9 to 5 lifestyle. When
Okay.
I was doing dietetics, I wanted to do dietetic counseling with eating disorders and kind of make my own schedule, do talks, do classes, and do counseling. And that's kind of a more fluid schedule, especially with people's work life and like when they can come to counseling. So I always kind of knew that I was a little bit out of the box. And this opportunity came up and it kind of just fit with my passion for like all foods fit and everyone deserves a sweet treat. And I looked at the business plan and I love community, and it seemed like such a community staple. So I think that leads into the most exciting part of ownership is just realizing how much Grove Street means to the community, because I have never been there before I toured it. I had stuff from there, but never actually been to the physical location. And just like seeing the legacy and knowing I get to continue it while making my own is so special. And it's definitely scary. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm only 23 years old and I'm still don't know what I'm doing sometimes, but it's just something really special about carrying forward those recipes and traditions that people have loved for almost 30 years now, while also kind of putting my own spin, new energy, and ideas into it.
Yeah. And I would say, my gosh, I've had a lot of entrepreneurs, small business owners on this podcast. And just, I would say, being a small business owner in Bloomington Normal, everyone is so supportive. I think that you're going to feel it, just the support. And I hear that from everyone, and I see that as well. So
Mhm.
hopefully you feel that. What have been some of the biggest surprises you've learned so far?
Well, we plan God laughs is one of my favorite things, or the higher power you believe in laughs. But pretty much it's, all the little things and all the little fires you have to put out. but how much the community has really supported me. Like you were just saying, in the business and in the bakery, from the moment I took over, basically, people have been supportive. It's really special to see that, especially because I know no one here. And I'm from kind of a bigger suburb where I knew a lot of people because I'm an outgoing person, but it wasn't as supportive as it is here, especially with small businesses and having that downtown right near the bakery. And also I've learned a lot because things go wrong. My freezer broke, my fryer went down, and you have to learn to problem solve really quickly and be able to kind of turn on a dime. And you things go wrong and you just gotta go and roll with the flow. You can't make it a big deal, and you just know that today we might not have donuts, but we have a lot of other sweet treats, and it's just a lot of like planning things and being flexible at the same time.
So, for listeners, which I'm sure so many of our listeners have heard of Grove Street Bakery, how would you describe Grove Street Bakery in 3 words?
Welcoming, community, and sweet.
Awesome. I have to tell you, I went to Grove Street Bakery this morning in honor of this podcast. I brought some donuts to my coworkers, so very good. So 10 out of 10.
Which ones did you get? Which one was your favorite?
So my favorite is the cake donut with the white frosting and the sprinkles. That's
Nice.
my go-to donuts. But I grabbed I grabbed a variety for everyone. So we
My
love.
go, yeah. My go-to for our donuts is the apple fritter and then the filled Bavarians with the custard in the middle. Those are my like two faves.
Bavarian is definitely a runner-up. That's probably that. Those are so good. But and the apple. I love donuts. I don't. I love them all. It's hard to pick, but those are definitely my top two. If someone is visiting for the first time, what obviously I have my opinion on what I love. You have yours, but like, what is a must-try item?
So that's a tough one, of course, because everyone has their favorites and there's loyal following to a lot of our products. But you can't go wrong with our sugar cookies. That's like what we're known for is our frosted sugar cookies. And then if you're a donut person, I definitely recommend, like I said, I love our Bavarian Bismarcks or our Long Johns are known for being pretty large. We do have something called the gravel gertie, which is a fried cinnamon roll with our gravel on top, and that's peanuts and our sugar cookies smashed up. So I'd say gravel gertie and our sugar cookies are two of our classics. And of course, our ooey gooey cinnamon rolls are always a good option. But yeah, gravel gertie and sugar cookies. And if you're going to embody Lizzie, you'll get a coffee cake.
Yeah, I know I love coffee cake, but I have not had the coffee cake from there. So that will have to be my next try.
We're working on new flavors right now, actually. We're working on a pumpkin cream cheese one for fall, and we're adding white chocolate to the strawberry and blueberry ones.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. I'll have to give those a try. Definitely. So we kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but like, how has the Bloomington Normal community responded to you taking over? Obviously, excitement because the bakery is not closing. What has been your perspective on how the community has supported you?
Yeah, they've been just fantastic. Like they have basically been supportive. They've lined up for their favorite like cinnamon rolls and their baked goods, and they've been sending me message of encouragement. They've been selling me out quite a few days. We've had to start upping par amounts, which is the amount we're making. And when our freezer broke, they sold us out of our sweet dough, which was amazing because I didn't have to throw away any product, and that's such a big loss for a small business. And it's just really clear that the bakery is more than just a shop. It's really clear that it's like a part of people's lives, part of people's walk to school, stop at work. And I'm just so grateful that they have embraced me so quickly and inviting me to things and just reaching out and just, on those hard days, getting those really positive messages is what makes it all worth it.
Yeah, for sure. That's great to hear. I love that. I love that. What is your vision for the bakery moving forward?
Yeah.
I'm so excited to hear this.
Oh my gosh. So I am actually pumped about this. We're working with a graphic designer and we're having a rebrand next year. It's like to Yes, like it's gonna be so cute. We're keeping, don't worry, people, all of the recipes that you know and love, like the sugar cookies, they're staying the same. We're just adding and refreshing. So basically, we're gonna paint the outside a dusty pink and it's
I
going to be
love that.
white trim, so kind of country theme. And then our logo is still going to be green, like the classic Grove Street logo. And we're going to get a little mascot with it, which is going to be a secret for now, but it's going to be a little animal mascot. It's in the logo. So I'm working with an amazing graphic designer for that refresh, get a new menu board, our board, just kind of clean it up. And then in terms of baked goods, of course, I have my dietetics background, so I hope to do made without gluten, made without dairy, and lower sugar options because I believe in inclusivity with diet. Even though, like, you might not think it, it's like if you're type 1 or type 2 diabetic, like, you can't have some of these things, or you have to be mindful. Or if you're, if you are watching your gluten, or you can't have gluten, or you can't have, like, you might be lactose intolerant, you can have it still. That being said, like I said, it cannot be for people that are allergic or celiac because I am not dairy free or gluten free facility. It is just made without because I can have cross contact. In the future, maybe we could look at another facility, but that's way, way in the future. So I also hope to do more outreach in the community. I love speaking, so I'd love to speak to scout troops, have little cookie decorating classes, go to colleges, maybe the farmers market we're looking at, and then just improving the order streamline because we have our online orders and our phone orders, I know, need a little work. People, please bear with me and we will get you your orders if you come into the store or figure out online. But I just really see it as a place that supports the community with sweet treats and through things just like nutritional classes and awareness of just supporting the community.
Wow, that sounds so you're doing so much. I'm so excited. I was honestly I had read a little bit about what you sent me, but to hear that you're painting it pink, I love that. And just kind of like sprucing it up a little bit and then maybe adding just a little bit personal touch as well from
Yeah. Like for the fall, we actually added some stickies to the cases. I got mums today, and yesterday, I posted we got a little gnome like yard sign out there, and we're naming it. So next week we get a vote on the name. So right now we have Need the Gnome, like GNE the Gnome, Grover, and like Gertie are some of the top.
those were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're listening, be sure to follow Grove Street on social media because it sounds like they are going to be doing a lot. So awesome and congratulations.
Thank you.
So you just moved here. What are your first impressions of Bloomington-Normal?
Love how connected and supportive everyone is. I didn't grow up here, and people have gone out of their way to welcome me, inviting me to things like First Fridays, inviting me to trivia night, maybe going to Shake It Up, going out for a walk or coffee, offering to show me around. I went to a board game night with a group of people that I met at the Detmers Grove like neighborhood association because I kind of live in that area.
Okay.
So there's so much energy here though with the colleges, the local businesses. So it's like it's a big town, but it's a small town feel. And even though I just moved here, I don't really feel like lonely. I feel like I can go out and like go have fun still as a young person, but also still find those like niches and hobbies that I like.
I love to hear that. It's a big community, but it feels small. So
Hmm.
I'm glad that you feel that in your first few weeks here.
Yeah.
Where, obviously, I don't know if you have any go to places yet,
Mhm.
but what have been some of your favorite places to go in the community so far?
So I do already have some
Okay.
go-to places outside of the bakery, of course, Grocery Bakery. I love checking out local coffee shops. I've been to Recreation because I live down the street from it, so I love Recreation.
Very good.
And also Coffee Hound has been really good. And Jasper's Java, we're actually starting to do wholesale with. Shout out to them.
Hey,
So that was really exciting. I love going to Green Top. I'm a member of like their co-op, and we're actually wholesaling with Green Top too. So that's also starting next
wow. You
week or
are just
so.
stepping in and just really you're taking some action. I love it.
Yeah. And then I love like outdoor stores. Like I live by the hatchery and I got some plants at Casey's and going to events like the Corn Festival and First Fridays. So every week I kind of try to find a few new spots. And of course, I just love running around the town. I'm a marathon runner. So literally every morning I run like 4 to 6 miles.
Oh, so have you been on the Constitution Trail yet?
Live next to it.
Okay, so
So I live on Grove Street, next to Constitution. So it's pretty much I just hop on it on the morning and
that's nice. Awesome.
yeah.
I love the Constitution Trails. And now that it's like turning fall, the leaves are changing, so it's fun to be on there. What's the best way for people to stay connected with Grove Street Bakery and support what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. So the best way, of course, is to come visit us in person at 812 East Grove Street, grab a coffee cake, a cookie, or whatever makes your day a little sweeter. Beyond that, following us on social media is huge. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and that's just Grove Street Bakery. And literally, we share specials, little updates, seasonal items, little fun posts. And honestly, just spreading the word helps so much. Tell a friend, bring someone in, or even just leave a nice review online. It makes a really big difference for a small business like us. Just, come on in, rally support, and just like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever you can do.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you reaching out to me to want to kind of share your story and just how this process of taking over Grove Street Bakery has been. And welcome to the community. We are
Thank
happy
you.
to have you here. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I just want to tell people that I'm so excited to continue this legacy. I'm really open to ideas. I'm open to feedback. You can always shoot an email. I'll get back to you eventually. Shoot me an Instagram message. Shoot me a Facebook message. Like, I'm pretty responsive to the Facebook and Instagram real fast. And, you know, tell me what you like. Tell me what you want to see, because I can only do things I know. And I also just want to thank everyone for supporting us through this transition and through the hard times, because I couldn't be doing this without you, and I'm so lucky and so fortunate to have this community supporting me through my journey with Grove Street Bakery.
Well, thank you again for coming on the Live Multiply podcast.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I had a great time, and I just love following you on social media and seeing all your things and your little TikToks. So, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.